Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Family Strengthening Network, and happy Summit Day. I cannot believe we are finally at this day at the end of our fiscal year. As much as we were hoping to have this in person, I am just so grateful that we have the opportunity to be in this space together today. I'm here before you today filled with immense pride and a sense of profound purpose as we gather here for our Family Strengthening Network Annual Summit. It is an honor to address such a dedicated and compassionate group of individuals who are tirelessly working to support our prenatal and postpartum families. This year's summit theme is creating connections, building an inclusive home visiting village. In a world that often feels disconnected and isolating, the idea of a village that supports and nurtures families is both inspiring and essential. At the heart of this vision is the belief that every family deserves a strong network of support. It takes a village to raise a child, as the saying goes, and for the past decade, this network has been actively building that village. But let's not limit our definition of family to the traditional structures. Families come in all shapes and sizes, and our village must embrace and celebrate that diversity. Building an inclusive home visiting village requires us to break down barriers and forge connections. It means reaching out to parents, caregivers, educators, healthcare providers, and community leaders. It means creating partnerships that transcend the organizational boundaries and bring together stakeholders who share our vision. In our village, no one should ever feel excluded or marginalized. We must be intentional about creating spaces that meet the diverse needs of our community. By doing so, we can foster an environment where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. In creating an inclusive home visiting village, it is not just about building physical infrastructure, it's also about fostering a sense of community, empathy, and shared responsibility. It's about cultivating an environment where families can thrive and children can grow up surrounded by safety, love, and support. With this theme in mind, I want to take this time to recognize and honor the incredible work you do as the support and uplifting families in LA County. Your role as this village, a safety net, a guiding light, and a source of unwavering support is nothing short of extraordinary. In this vast county filled with diverse cultures, languages, and backgrounds, we face both unique challenges and incredible opportunities. Every day you step into the lives of families, bringing not only knowledge and expertise, but also compassion, empathy, and a genuine desire to make a positive impact. Each day you enter the lives of families facing unique and often overwhelming challenges. You witness firsthand the complexities of their situations, their fears, their struggles, and their vulnerabilities. Your empathetic hearts and listening ears create a safe space where they can openly express their hopes, their dreams, their own personal stories, and their concerns. In the face of adversity, you stand tall, providing an encouragement of hope and a steady hand to hold. Your commitment to these families, even in the most trying times, is a testament of your strength, your resilience, and your steadfast dedication. Working with families of various needs requires more than just professional expertise. It demands a deep well of compassion, understanding, patience, and empathy, an ability to see beyond the surface, to recognize the underlying pain and challenges they may face. Your willingness to be present, to listen without judgment, and to offer guidance with kindness is what sets you apart. But amidst the selflessness and the tireless work that you do, it is essential to remember that you too need support and care. The weight of the stories you carry, the emotional toll of witnessing hardship, and the challenges of finding balance in your own lives can sometimes become overwhelming. It is okay to acknowledge this and seek the support you need. Remember to create space for reflection, self-care, and personal growth. Allow yourself the grace to process your experiences, to seek support from your peers and mentors, and to nurture your own well-being. Remember, you are part of a community of compassionate professionals who actually understand the challenges you face. Lean on one another, share your burdens, and celebrate your victories together. We are gathered here because we believe in the power of home visiting, a powerful and transformative tool that touches lives in the most intimate and critical moments. From the expectant persons anxiously awaiting the arrival of their little one to the new parents navigating uncharted territory of parenthood. You are their village, their source of strength, and their steady support system. In the recent years, we have adapted and overcome countless obstacles to ensure that families continue to receive the care and support they need. It is a testament to our own resilience, our commitment, and our unwavering belief in the potential of every single family we serve. Let us not forget the challenges that lie before us. The road to success is often paved with obstacles and setbacks, but it is through these very challenges that we find our greatest opportunities for growth. It is important to consider these challenges to collectively brainstorm, collaborate, and strategize for a brighter and more empowered future for families. Together, we are and can create a greater ripple effect of change that will resonate far beyond the confines of this virtual gathering. We can build bridges of understanding, break down barriers, and ensure that no family feels alone in this journey. Our collective efforts have the power to shape the trajectory of countless lives, laying the foundation for stronger families, healthier communities, and a more inclusive society. I encourage each and every one of you to make the most of this gathering, a platform for learning, sharing, and inspiration. Share your experiences, your wisdom, and your innovative ideas. Let us challenge one another to reach new heights, to think beyond the boundaries of what is possible, and to continue pushing boundaries for excellence. As we embark on this day, may our hearts be filled with hope, our minds be open to new possibilities, and our spirits be united in our shared purpose. Together, let us rise, shine, and make a long-lasting mark on the lives of the families we serve. It should be noted that none of this would be possible without the generous funding and support of First 5 Los Angeles, the Department of Public Health, and the Department of Public Social Services. On behalf of the entire network and the community of Los Angeles County, we express our deepest gratitude for your generous support and dedication in helping families in need. Your compassion and commitment have made a profound difference in the lives of countless individuals, including our own, and we cannot thank you enough. Your philanthropic endeavors have gone above and beyond mere financial assistance. By lending your expertise and collaborating with hospitals and community-based organizations, you have fostered partnerships that are not only sustainable, but also highly impactful. Your dedication to addressing the multifaceted needs of families has inspired countless others to join this noble cause, creating a ripple effect that will resonate for generations to come. The impact of your support can be witnessed in the countless success stories that have emerged from families who have received services. We would be remiss if we did not mention the tireless efforts of your incredible teams whose passion and professionalism has been instrumental in executing this vision from the foundation. I'd like to take a moment to also give a personal thanks to the California Hospital Medical Center leadership team and to my own team, LA Babies Network. As we approach the end of another remarkable year, I wanted to take a moment to extend my heartfelt appreciation to each one of you for your commitment, dedication, and exceptional hard work. Our collective efforts have truly made this year a resounding success, and I'm immensely proud to be a part of such an outstanding team. Throughout the year, you have consistently demonstrated your remarkable skills, expertise, and passion in all that you do. Your tireless efforts, perseverance, and focus on achieving our goals have allowed us to overcome challenges and reach new heights. Your professionalism, creativity, and teamwork have been an inspiration to all of us. Individually, you've each showcased your unique talents and strengths, contributing to the team's overall success. Your enthusiasm and positive attitude have created an incredibly supportive and uplifting work environment. Whether it was meeting tight deadlines, taking on additional responsibilities, or really just going above and beyond, you have reliably exceeded expectations. As we look ahead to the coming year, I have no doubt that our team will continue to achieve great things. Our collective spirit, resilience, and passion for excellence will undoubtedly propel us to even greater heights. It is an honor to work alongside such an incredible group of individuals, and I'm excited to see what we accomplish together in the future. I'd also like to give a special shout out to the Work to Live team, Teresa McKee and Melissa Sims, for their ongoing support of LA Babies Network and the Family Strengthening Network, and really just being the go-to for all sorts of support. Thank you for being so knowledgeable, flexible, and just being a great sense of support to this entire network. With that, I'd like to go ahead and do a quick icebreaker. I've got our first Mentimeter. I'm going to go ahead and screen share right now. I'm also going to go ahead and drop the link into the chat box so you may be able to access this. All right, so I want to get a sense. How are you feeling today? Everyone should be able to log on using the link right there. I dropped it into the chat box. How are you feeling today? Your options are, where am I? Need some coffee, happy to hear, and I'm pumped. Give that a few minutes. I know there is quite the many of us on here, so I'm going to give it some time so we can see how many responses we get here. All right, they're coming in. Most of you feeling good, pumped, acting like those little minions there in the corner. My favorite though is this little sloth. Happy to be here. Drink some more coffee. And 10 of you have no idea where you are. I'm sorry. This is the Family Strengthening Network Annual Summit, just in case you needed a reminder. All right, I'll give this another couple seconds here. There is over 400 of us, so I'd like to at least get us to like, I don't know, 70% or so. All right, good. Well, I'm glad that majority of you are happy to be here. Please continue drinking your coffee. And then I'm going to go ahead to the next slide. My next question is, who exactly is in the room? We've got Welcome Baby, Healthy Families America, Parents as Teachers, funders, other support systems. So go ahead and complete that poll, please. Lots of responses coming in. All right. If you got a couple of other home visiting models, welcome. We're really excited to have you here today. And shout out to just our friends and supporters of home visiting. I love that the blue, pink, and green is most of it, because that's all of you. It's Welcome Baby, HFA, and Parents as Teachers. All right, I'll give this another second. All right. Well, thank you very much. Looks like majority of the folks here today, of course, are from our home visiting models, majority coming from Welcome Baby. Would be super curious who the others are. And just in case you want to let us know, special shout out to the other category as well, to the other bucket. Would love to know who's in the room as well. So feel free to drop it into the chat box. Before I pass it on to our first speaker, I actually have a joke. All right, is everyone ready? Okay. My first joke of the day is, what vegetables do librarians like? What vegetables do librarians like? Okay, anyone? All right, I'm just going to tell you, quiet peas. All right, well, that's it. That's right, I said it. Okay, I've got one more joke before we move on. Why didn't the son go to college? Why didn't the son? Go ahead.
Never mind.
Because it already had 1 million degrees. All right, yes, I said it. All right, with that, I would like to formally introduce Diana Careaga, Director of Family Supports at First 5 LA, for her opening words. Thank you, Diana.
Thank you, Sharlene. We couldn't start off right without some jokes. Welcome, everyone. My name is Diana Careaga, and I'm the Director of the Family Supports team at First 5 LA, overseeing and supporting our home visiting work. And I'm so excited to be here with you all as one of the pumped up ones. I would like to also welcome Commissioner Dan Tilton from the First 5 LA Board of Commissioners, as well as the staff supporting our home visiting efforts across First 5 LA, including our Family Supports team, our Office of Data for Action, our Office of Governmental Affairs and Public Policy, and our Office of Communications. I also really want to thank the Family Strengthening Oversight Entity, so Los Angeles Best Babies Network, Work to Live, and PACLAC, for their non-ending passion and collective support for the successful implementation of these programs. I hold our home visiting work with great commitment and dedication. Some of you recall I was the first program officer for the Welcome Baby pilot in 2009, and I was the one-person team that oversaw the initial expansion of Welcome Baby in 2012. And as our efforts grew, luckily, so did the team at First 5 LA. We expanded to include our Healthy Families America, or HFA, and then Parents as Teachers, or PAT, in 2013, really just acknowledging the need that some families need more focused and longer-term support. And of course, we were excited when the Department of Public Health began to administer local and state funding sources to expand HFA and PAT, adding to the level of services available countywide. We have come a long, long way in the last decade plus, and it really does take a village to do what we do. You know, when I started with the Welcome Baby pilot, I had barely just gotten married, and shortly afterwards became a full-time stepmom to 3 elementary age school children, and then had a baby girl, all in the span of 1 year. And as I like to say, I've had all the ages and stages all at once. And just like how we became a family that had to learn together and needed support, we collectively have also had to learn together and transform into this functioning network of connected agencies and partners that link families to the program and services that are best fit their needs. As you may know, we're collectively laser focused on sustainability and advocacy efforts. There is significant work happening in developing new referral pathways to link families to home visiting, particularly through the work of Families First Prevention Services Act, or FFPSA. We continue to engage managed care plans, as we know many of our outcomes align with the outcomes they are required to meet. Sustainability and advocacy, of course, have always been critical, and now it is more than ever so important. We continue to build a coordinated system of home visiting between providers, county partners, funders, and ultimately with home visiting clients themselves to make our system stronger and more responsive to family needs. You know that as home visitors, your relationships with families is the heart of what makes these programs successful. We look forward to continuing to partner with you and others as we strategize and advocate together for home visiting services in LA County and all the families that are served. As I said, we know it takes a village to make this work. My youngest right now is far, far past First 5 LA's target age. She's 12, about to enter middle school. My eldest are in their 20s. Just like we have all learned from our own family experiences, and I've learned a lot, some of it lovely, others not as easy. We have needed the support of others to be a stronger family. And just like with a family, an inclusive and supportive village, a home visiting village, is so very critical. With that, I have the honor of introducing First 5 LA's new executive director, Karla Pleitéz Howell. Karla is a relentless advocate for children, families, and communities. Previously, she worked at the California Department of Social Services as the branch chief of the Child Care Development Division. And before that, she was chief of policy and programs at Advancement California, now called Catalyst California. Her work has focused on increasing resources, designing targeted programs, and on advancing justice and creating equitable opportunities that all children thrive. Karla is unfortunately not able to be here live, but she took the time to record a welcome message. So with that, I pass it back to Sharlene to give it to Karla.
Good morning, everyone. I am Karla Pleitéz Howell, Executive Director of First 5 LA, and I am so proud and pleased to briefly join you for this highly anticipated annual summit. I love the theme of this year's event, creating connections, building an inclusive home visiting village. This theme is an important reminder that we are all part of a village of visionaries motivated to work together to support, strengthen, and celebrate the assets of Los Angeles County families and young children. And the village is growing, evidenced by an increase of 13,000 new family enrollments in Welcome Baby in participating hospitals just this fiscal year. It is with awe that we join you today to celebrate your heroic leadership. During the height of the pandemic, many of you had to unexpectedly pivot to virtual visits, learn new technology, innovated new ways of working and connecting to families, and you did it. You transitioned, you learned, and you evolved supports to meet families where they needed you the most. There is no doubt that these past years have altered the story of our children's future, and it is up to us to build the conditions that ensure this time does not calcify inequitable outcomes for our children. And it is why in this moment, how we design our work is critical. This village has always come together to tighten the threads between systems where too many Black and Brown communities fall through. And this moment, we must pay particular attention to those children furthest from opportunity. In this moment, we find ourselves in another transition with return to more and more in-person visits. And as you have shown over and over again, you will embrace this change and continue to build an inclusive home visiting village. Because for many of you in the room, it is about building the best conditions for families and children to thrive. Whether from homes, park settings, or visits online, the value of your commitment and knowledge is not constrained by any setting. And I have no doubt that again, you will emerge triumphant heroes. Today is celebrating your dynamic commitment to our children and families and a moment to collectively recharge. Your work makes a tremendous difference. Thank you for your ongoing dedication to LA County's families. Congratulations on this year's accomplishments, and welcome to a great day of inspiring the future.
Thank you so much, Diana, and a special shout out to Karla as well. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here, but we appreciate that video. So thank you to the both of you. I'd like to next introduce Dr. Melissa Franklin, Director of the Division of Maternal, Child, and Adolescent Health, a Health Promotion Bureau at the Department of Public Health, for her opening words.
Good morning, and thank you to Karla and Diana. It was so great to hear you just share the background and context, which I was able to observe alongside you when I worked at First 5 LA. And so welcome everyone. I just wanted to say thank you for the space today, for coming here collectively, and congratulations on your collective work and efforts. I have 4 minutes and I wanted to break it down for you. 30-second intro already started, 1 minute testimony, a 30-second story, because I always come with stories. Talk a bit about some research findings, and then 1 minute about home visiting as an intervention, and then close of affirmation. So I am the Director of Maternal, Child, and Adolescent Health for LA County. And in our work, our programs include a host of supports, including home visiting, specifically nurse family partnership, family stabilization, HFA, and PAT. We collaborate across the county with our Welcome Baby partners as well. And I like to think of our home visiting systems as, I always say, like the Jonas brothers, right? We're all different and unique, yet we have a shared mission and vision. It is so very appropriate that our theme today is creating connections, building an inclusive home visiting village. Being that we're in the midst of Pride Month and about to celebrate Father's Day and Juneteenth, all opportunities for us in this work to reflect and lean into how we truly and deeply foster inclusion. It is also appropriate because we're in the midst of being reminded of the vital importance of our collective work to address maternal mortality and foster health and vice versa, including addressing the injustice of persistent inequities experienced by Black individuals, with the death of Olympian Tori Bowie on labor recently. And with that, I would like to offer just a moment of silence for Tori, as well as for those who have lost their lives to maternal mortality, in particular in our county and in our respective programs. Thank you for that. I also mentioned I'm the NCH director for engagement here 7 months. There is a picture of
Melissa, I'm so sorry.
Daughters.
Melissa, you're completely cutting out. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, you're totally cutting out.
Oh, goodness. Let me do something. Maybe that will help. I appreciate that, Sharlene. Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Hey. I was saying I had the opportunity to work alongside Diana on the Welcome Baby pilot on the communication side of things. And as many of you already know, I was a home visiting client at Abisai, Espinales, and Tanea Robinson are 2 names I will never forget. They were a source of comfort and support with both my children who are going through those isolated and heartbreaking seasons in my life. And without home visitor, I still know I could have felt like a worthy parent or even an effective parent. So my appreciation for home visitors runs real and it runs deep. My girls are now 13 and 16 and healthy, wonderful young women. And though I have the general sections of me, what I remember most is how they made me feel, their vibe. And vibe is what I like to share and encourage you around today. However, vibe is quite difficult to explain. and that's where my story fits in. We did a interview several years ago to understand their experiences with childbirth and with the healthcare system. And what rose to the top is the thing that made them feel safe, supported, and heard, and trust a provider. They described like body language, eye contact, comfortable in the body, touch, flow, musicality, calm, the tone, inclusion, welcomeness, cultural humility, using normal words, attunement, playfulness. Vibe, in essence, is inclusion, safety, compassion, realness, cultural humility, as I mentioned. Vibe is that thing that's hard for us to put our hands on, but we know we feel right when it's right, and we know it's off when it's wrong, right? It's that thing that tells us we can be in the space and that it's going to be all right and that there's safety for us. And it's also that thing that tells us, I'm not sure about this. You ever use the term, oh, you're killing my vibe, right? When folks have a different type of energy for what you're feeling at that point in time. So what does that mean for us? It means that vibe saves lives. It also means that though home visiting is a strategy, that you, my friends, are the intervention, and your outcomes are healing, health, joy, hope, liberation, and abundance. And that is to be celebrated and deeply appreciated, honored, uplifted, supported, and enjoyed. It also means that being a village for each other to support your vibe holds equal importance and weight to the work you do on behalf of families. And we at LA County Department of Public Health are committed to ensuring and supporting that through expanding our work across models, raise account across the county, that we are supposed to do even more supporting your product, listening, being willing to hear criticism, and co-designing our future together in solidarity. In closing, I want to share with you a statement I found online. I had searched several weeks ago, a vibe of the day. It's popped up, and it really talk about home visiting as a strategy and how I feel about home visitors as an intervention and about our work together. And I hope it will encourage you as it did me as well. You're going to be telling a disc story really soon. One of healing, success, health, abundance, prosperity, love, happiness, peace, and great joy. You're going to be stronger, wiser, and full of life, sharing all your blessings and passing along the light you are receiving. I thank you, my friends, for the honor of supporting your great work. My door, my email, my text is open to you and would love to hear from you. And thank you again to LABBN and our sponsors for hosting this day.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I really appreciate it. I know there was some audio challenges, but I think we were able to get the message. Melissa, if you've got some written words down too, we'll collect that from you as well, so we can ensure that folks get the full version. So thank you again, Melissa. I'd like to pass it on to California Hospital Medical Center's President, Alina Moran, for her message.
Give me 1 second, sorry. My apologies, I'm having technical difficulty. Give me 1 second.
No worries. In the meantime, I can say a joke.
Yes, please, Sharlene. Thank you.
Sure. What's the most musical bone? The most musical bone. So close, not the funny bone. It's the trombone. Get it? Trombone. All right, I got one more. Why wouldn't the lobster share his treasure? Why wouldn't the lobster share his treasure?
I'm good now, Sharlene.
Okay, I'm not even going to give the answer. We'll wait till you're done. Go ahead, Alina. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So Welcome to the 2023 Family Strengthening Network Virtual Annual Summit. I wanted to provide special recognition to Sharlene, our dynamic LA Best Babies Network team, and our wonderful supporters, First 5 LA, the Department of Public Health, and the Department of Social Services. I wanted to commend, thank, show my deepest appreciation for all of the staff members at all of our hospitals and community-based organizations for your untiring leadership in these efforts. Through our collective efforts, we have strengthened and supported the health and resilience of our expectant and parenting families in LA County. At California Hospital, we are deeply committed to investing, supporting, and providing outreach services that empower children and families to take charge of their health and the health of their communities. I have the privilege and honor of being able to round on our patients and families in our postpartum units. And I have witnessed firsthand really the beauty and power of our Welcome Baby program. I'm reminded of one instance where we had a brand new mother who was, had her first child and was really scared and worried about what the future held when she had to take her baby girl home. And I was witness to the hospital liaison, as well as the work that happens with our maternal health colleagues in being able to help her transition into motherhood and really thrive as a mother in the program. And this is why we work closely with LA Based Babies Network, the consortium, and our community partners to strongly advocate for additional funding, really to expand eligibility for home visiting services across the county and state, because we understand the importance of these services and how it really is able to transform not only that individual's life and family, but also the community that we serve. So thank you once again for participating in the summit. Let us continue to work together to highlight that home visiting is really a catalyst for creating connections and for fostering an inclusive village. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Alina. Appreciate your kind words and your ongoing support of LA Best Babies Network and the work that this county is doing. So just a quick review. Today we'll be hearing from, in just a couple of minutes, we'll be hearing from LABBN's data team of our programmatic success. I know that data, you love hearing about data. So they've got a wonderful data presentation coming up in just a few minutes. Our keynote, Jesse Bernal, will help us focus on responding rather than reacting, a body, mind, emotion approach for helping professionals to understand triggers and set stress responses and increase self-regulation. We'll hear from CCRC and AVPH, their apprenticeship program, and their staff. They'll be providing us an opportunity to hear about their experience. And we have raffles, lots of raffles and client stories and videos. So before I pass it on to the next person, I've been getting, the anticipation is killing you guys about my joke. So the joke was, why wouldn't the lobster share his treasure? And most of you in the chat box got it right, because he was a little shellfish.